Hello everyone, my name's Nikita and I head up the family support team here at Little Miracles. I've been with Little Miracles for just over 5 years as an employee, but I've been a part of Little Miracles for just over a decade. I've got 2 children, both with additional needs. My son has autism and ADHD, and we started his diagnosis journey here at Little Miracles when he was 3 years old. My daughter and my son both attend activities here, and it's been a real big part of their upbringing. On my team of the family support, we have myself and Johanna. We run the team together, and we have a team of volunteers that work in all the different branches around the charity. So I started my journey of Little Miracles as the centre manager of the Peterborough branch. We had Johanna, who was doing the family support, and I was doing the children's family support that were attending the actual centre. It's grown tremendously over the last few years, and we needed to move myself across to lead the team, so we had 2 full-time members on that. We are seeing an extreme increase in the amount of family support we're getting. Once upon a time it was standard, we had the DLAs, a little bit of advocating, we would touch on education, but now we're getting more and more crisis cases coming through daily. We're having families that are reaching out because they don't know where to turn, and we've got leading professionals that are referring into us to complete tasks that they don't have time to do. Referrals are coming in from statutory bodies like the police, the NHS and social services. We're being used as an extra set of professional eyes to keep these families safe from safeguarding and other things which are happening to them outside of their family homes. We're working really closely with the professionals, and we're attending all the meetings. So these meetings could be children in need meetings or child protection meetings. We attend strats, which is where all professionals come together, including nurses, police, social services, and even other relevant people to the family's case. This is taking up a lot of our time and pulling us away from the normal stuff that we was doing as part of the family support team, because the crisis rate is so high within the areas. As a family support team, we cover many areas. Lots of people ask us what we do. So I'm going to go through different bits of what we do during the week and with different parts of the team. So one of the main areas that we deliver is parenting workshops. We can do these online, face-to-face and over the telephone. Some of them are required by outside agencies to be bespoke, so families where the parents too have additional needs, and so they need the overlearning and the actual course breaking down a little further so they can understand and deliver the strategies to their child. We cover the behaviour, we do sleep, we do emotional regulation, lots of different courses in lots of different ways. We also offer emotional support. Some of our families have open access, so it's where we work with a small caseload where they have open access to myself or Johanna. So it's on the spot support where they can drop us a message and we will call them to make sure they're okay, that they're not falling into crisis. On occasions, we have to then divert them to outside agencies and pull those in. Examples is things when people become quite suicidal because of the extreme pressures that they're facing due to having a child with additional needs, not receiving enough respite, or just feeling so isolated because they're alone. We have a befriending service. We have lots of families on this where they get a call once a week. It's just a welfare check to see how they're doing. Sometimes these families haven't spoken to anyone else that whole week, especially the children which attend the special needs schools. So these children usually go on transport, so the parents don't even get to speak to the teachers or other parents that drop off. So we have some families that weekly befriending call that they get is the only outside socialisation that they have with another adult. We do education appointments. This can be from starting a parental EHCP referral or attending and advocating for families when they go into meetings. It can be quite daunting for them having to fight for the rights of their child, and they've sometimes become very emotional. So we're there, we have meetings before to discuss exactly what points they want to put across, and we'll make sure they get put across in these meetings. If needed, we'll go down the legal route and we'll quote legalities to the panel, just to show that actually we know what the child is entitled to. We learn about all different educations, whether they're bespoke, alternative education in places like Little Miracles that we deliver from the centre, and ethos packages, where we'll help families create an individual plan of education just for their child that meets their needs. We do a lot of applications for disability living allowance and PIP. So disability living allowance is a benefit that the family can claim for children under 16 years old when they have high care needs and high mobility needs. PIP is for anyone over 16. With a disability living allowance, the form is very overpowering. It's thinking about all the negative parts of your child and all the extra things you have to do in comparison to a neurological typical child. We have appointments and we bring them in. They usually take 2 to 3 hours. We'll ask prompting questions, open questions, and we'll gather all the information to ensure that the form is filled in correctly using the right wording to ensure the family receive the full benefit they're entitled to. This is the same with PIP, which is Personal Independence Payment. This is a payment very much like DLA. It's for people who need extra care and extra help with their mobility over the age of 16. With both of the forms, at times, sometimes the family don't receive the answer that they were wanting. Some families get denied. The next step is to go to a mandatory reconsideration. This can either be done orally or via a letter. Again, the families re-refer back into us and we assist them with this process. We opt for written so we can add lots of evidence in and really direct the families on the points that we need to put across. After the mandatory consideration, if the result that comes back is still not what we was expecting, we would then advise the family to head to tribunal. At tribunal, again, they're offered a written or oral hearing. We always prefer them to have an oral hearing so the family can go into the court and really describe the care needs of their child. We will advocate for the family if needed or just go as an emotional support person. We're with them every single step of the way. I always advise our families to come to us at the beginning of the journey with their disability living allowance. As for them, it is just their daily living life. They don't understand that actually the care needs they're giving their child is that above a neurotypical child in another family. It is just their family and the way they live. So by coming to us, we can ask the questions about the extra care. And sometimes with the families, it's a real difficult appointment because they don't realise just how high the child's care needs are and how much extra they're doing. We give constant praise through these appointments and tell them how amazing they are for doing the job of raising a special needs child.